The arena buzzed with anticipation, the energy almost electric as fans from both sides filled every seat, waving banners and chanting for their teams. The stakes were high and everyone knew it. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final, with the series tied and everything to play for. The tension was palpable, but the excitement was even greater, as the Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers prepared to battle for control of the series. But Game 3 was no nail-biter. From the opening moments, it was clear that this night would belong to one team alone. The Florida Panthers unleashed a masterclass, overwhelming the Edmonton Oilers from the opening face-off. Their intensity was unmatched, and their hunger for victory was obvious in every shift. The Panthers attacked with purpose, swarming the Oilers' zone and creating scoring chances almost at will. The Panthers seized control early, dismantling Edmonton with speed, skill, and relentless pressure. Their forwards flew down the ice, connecting on crisp passes and keeping the Oilers' defense on their heels. Every time Edmonton tried to push back, Florida answered with even more aggression, refusing to let up for a single second. The 6-1 final score was a statement. Florida's dominance was absolute, shifting the series' momentum. Each goal seemed to sap the energy from the Oilers and their fans, while the Panthers' confidence only grew. By the third period, the outcome was never in doubt, and the Panthers were already looking ahead. The defending champs played with poise and confidence, every aspect of their game clicking into place. Their offense was clinical, their defense suffocating, and their teamwork on full display. The Panthers' passing was sharp, their positioning perfect, and their commitment to each other obvious in every play. They blocked shots, won battles along the boards, and never gave Edmonton a moment to breathe. And Sergei Bobrovsky was a wall in net. Time and again, he turned away the Oilers' best chances, making highlight reel saves and frustrating Edmonton's top scorers. His calm presence gave the Panthers the confidence to push forward, knowing their last line of defense was unbeatable. This win gave Florida a crucial 2-1 series lead, putting immense pressure on the Oilers. The Panthers celebrated on the ice, their fans roaring with approval, while Edmonton was left searching for answers. The momentum had shifted dramatically, and the Panthers now had the upper hand. For Edmonton, it was a harsh reality check after 2 close games. They were outmatched and outplayed. The Oilers' stars, who had shined earlier in the series, were stifled at every turn. Their frustration was visible, as missed opportunities and costly turnovers piled up. The Panthers' aggressive forecheck stifled Edmonton's stars, forcing mistakes and frustration. Every time the Oilers tried to break out, they were met by a wall of Panthers who forced turnovers and quickly transitioned to offense. It was a relentless, suffocating style of play that left Edmonton with few answers. As the final horn sounded, Florida had not just won, they'd established themselves as the team to beat. Their performance in Game 3 was a message to the entire league. The Panthers are here, and they're hungry for another championship. With the series lead in hand and momentum on their side, Florida looked every bit the favorite to lift the Stanley Cup. From the opening puck drop, the energy in the arena was electric. Fans could sense that something special was about to unfold, and all eyes were on the ice as the veteran Brad Marchand took his position. The tension was palpable, with both teams knowing how much was at stake in this pivotal Stanley Cup Final matchup. Just 56 seconds into the game, Marchand made his mark. The 37-year-old veteran wasted no time, finding the back of the net with a perfectly placed shot. With that goal, he didn't just give his team an early advantage, he made history, becoming the oldest player ever to score in each of the first 3 games of a Stanley Cup Final. It was a moment that spoke volumes about his enduring skill and determination. Marchand's early strike sent a jolt through the Panthers bench, and the crowd erupted in celebration. The Oilers, meanwhile, were left stunned, forced to regroup after conceding so quickly. That goal didn't just put points on the board, it set the tone for the entire game, putting the Panthers in control and forcing Edmonton to play catch-up from the start. As the Panthers gathered on the ice, Marchand's leadership was on full display. He rallied his teammates, offering encouragement and focus. His clutch play in big moments has become legendary, and with 11 career final goals, he now leads all active NHL players in that category. His experience in high-pressure situations is invaluable, especially for younger teammates looking for guidance. Throughout the game, Marchand's relentless forecheck and sharp hockey IQ made him a constant threat. He pressured the Oilers' defense at every turn, forcing turnovers and creating scoring chances. His ability to read the play and anticipate his opponent's moves is what sets him apart, making him a nightmare to play against. Alongside Sam Bennett, Marchand has formed a dynamic partnership that's been crucial to Florida's offensive success. The two have combined for 8 of the Panthers' 13 goals in the series, showcasing their chemistry and ability to deliver when it matters most. Their teamwork has been a driving force behind Florida's push for the cup. Marchand's experience and scoring touch are more important than ever. He's proving that age is just a number, continuing to perform at the highest level and inspiring those around him. His determination, focus, and passion for the game are evident every time he steps on the ice. He's not just contributing, he's leading the Panthers' charge, setting the standard for effort and excellence. As the series continues, Marchand's presence looms large, and his impact could be the difference between victory and defeat for Florida. Brad Marchand lit the spark for the Panthers, setting the tone early with his relentless energy and aggressive forechecking. His presence on the ice was impossible to ignore, as he hounded the puck and forced the Oilers onto their heels. The crowd could sense something big was coming, and the tension in the arena was electric, but it was Sam Bennett who truly ignited the fire, taking Marchand's momentum and turning it into a game-changing moment. Bennett's thunderous hit along the boards sent a jolt through both teams, creating a crucial turnover at center ice. Seizing the opportunity, Bennett exploded down the ice on a breakaway, outskating defenders and bearing down on the goaltender. With nerves of steel, he snapped the puck past the goalie for his playoff-leading 14th goal, sending the home fans into a frenzy and putting the Panthers firmly in control. This electrifying sequence perfectly embodied Florida's physical, opportunistic style of play. The Oilers, stunned by the sudden shift in momentum, looked deflated and struggled to regain their composure as the Panthers celebrated. The Panthers' offensive attack was relentless and unyielding. Carter Verhaeghe, known for his clutch performances, broke through with his first goal of the series on a perfectly executed power play. Sam Reinhart, another key contributor, followed suit with a slick finish, notching his first of the series as well. Each goal seemed to sap more energy from the Oilers, while the Panthers' confidence only grew. Verhaeghe's power play marker and Reinhart's tally padded the lead, giving Florida a comfortable cushion. Aaron Ekblad, the steady presence on the blue line, joined the scoring with a booming slap shot that found its way through traffic, further extending the Panthers' advantage. Evan Rodriguez, always ready to seize the moment, added his name to the score sheet as well, capping off a dazzling display of offensive firepower. The Panthers' scoring parade seemed unstoppable, with every line finding ways to contribute. Edmonton's goaltender, overwhelmed by the barrage of shots and goals, was pulled from the game after the 5th tally. But even a change in net couldn't slow down Florida's relentless attack as they continued to press and create scoring chances. The Panthers' depth was on full display, with contributions coming from every corner of the lineup. Whether it was the top line or the fourth, every player seemed to step up and make an impact, keeping the pressure on Edmonton and never letting up. Their offensive onslaught left no doubt about the outcome. The scoreboard told the story of a team firing on all cylinders, dominating every facet of the game and leaving their opponents searching for answers. Florida's depth, determination, and sheer willpower made them look truly unstoppable. A team on a mission, united in their pursuit of victory and ready for whatever challenge lay ahead. While Florida's offense dazzled, Sergei Bobrovsky was the backbone. He stopped 32 of 33 shots, exuding calm and confidence that spread through the team. The crowd roared with every save. Bobrovsky's focus was unbreakable. His timely stops shut down Edmonton's best chances, keeping momentum firmly with the Panthers. Through 3 games, Bobrovsky's 116 saves are among the most in NHL final history. He's been a wall, frustrating the Oilers' stars and anchoring Florida's run. Bobrovsky's Game 3 performance solidified his Conn Smythe candidacy. Edmonton's discipline unraveled as frustration mounted. The Oilers racked up 15 minor penalties and 85 penalty minutes, derailing any comeback hopes. Constantly short-handed, they couldn't generate offense or find a rhythm. Florida's relentless forecheck baited Edmonton into mistakes, and the Panthers capitalized. The penalty parade kept Edmonton's stars off the ice and wore them down. Special teams favored Florida, who scored on the power play and killed off Edmonton's chances. The Oilers' lack of composure was a critical factor in their downfall. Florida's relentless attack forced Edmonton to pull goalie Stuart Skinner after 5 goals on 23 shots. The move was a desperate attempt to spark the Oilers, but the damage was done. Skinner was left exposed by defensive breakdowns and undisciplined play. Amid the struggles, veteran Corey Perry provided Edmonton's lone highlight, scoring on the power play. Perry's goal was a small consolation, preventing a shutout. Even Connor McDavid was neutralized, stifled by Florida's defense and physicality. Aaron Ekblad's massive hit on McDavid symbolized the toll the game took on Edmonton's stars. The Oilers must regroup and support their goalie if they hope to bounce back. With the game out of reach, Edmonton's frustration erupted into a third-period melee. Fights broke out, penalties piled up, and emotions boiled over. Evander Kane and Darnell Nurse were among those ejected, as both teams sent a message. The game's 140 penalty minutes rank among the highest in Stanley Cup Final history. The brawl signaled rising animosity and set the stage for a more physical, emotional series. Florida kept their composure, while Edmonton tried to reset the tone for Game 4. The first 2 games in Edmonton were overtime thrillers, tight, tense, and evenly matched. Game 3 in Florida shattered that narrative as the Panthers dominated in a 6-1 rout. The series split into 2 stories, close battles in Edmonton, a blowout in Florida. The Panthers found another gear at home, while the Oilers unraveled under pressure. Florida's execution was sharper, their confidence higher, and their discipline intact. The lopsided win marked Panthers coach Paul Maurice's 1,000th career victory, a historic milestone. The series dynamic shifted dramatically, with Florida now holding the upper hand. The question, can Edmonton respond, or will Florida run away with the cup? With a 2-1 series lead, the Panthers are 2 wins from back-to-back Stanley Cups. Game 4 is a must-win for Edmonton, who face elimination if they fall behind 3-1. Oilers captain Connor McDavid called it a big swing game. The stakes couldn't be higher. Edmonton must regain discipline, stay out of the box, and get a bounce back from Skinner. Florida will look to replicate their physical, forechecking game and rely on Bobrovsky's stellar goaltending. The emotional intensity will be sky-high after the Game 3 brawl. For the Oilers, it's about survival. For the Panthers, it's a chance to seize control. Game 4 promises to be a pivotal, dramatic chapter in this Stanley Cup Final.